Hi, I'm Benny the Jet Yukitas. And today, actually I was thinking about gapping. And gapping is about closing the distance between something. Hey, and so, I mean, if you're actually, accelerating from this point to that point, but how do we get there? Hey, it's about using what we call fake and feint. Fake and feint is done with the head. I'll give you an example. Like, just go to the bag here for a second. And so when we go to the bag here, now the distance between the bag and I, okay, so we're talking about a good at least 2 feet. So to close that gap means how do I get from this point to that point in a quick second, okay? Maybe a hundredth of a second, depending. So faking is done with your head. Okay, so you fake with the head. Okay, the fainting, is about making them believe that I'm coming forward. So when you're coming forward, the idea is your head starts first, and then your body stops. So it follows you. Your head moves first, and your body follows, but it stops within maybe maybe a foot. Okay, just say a foot. So you step a foot, and you stop. So you make the believe this very fast. So to do that, your body's got to be relaxed. So as you relax, that's called a feint. So I make believe that I'm coming forward, and then there's got to be an extension. It can be a jab because your front hand is closest to your opponent. So if I use my front hand like sword fighting, and if I sword fight with it, I can go forward, turn my wrist, I can go up, turn my wrist, I can go sideways. So it's all done with the wrist. So first, to close that gap, I'm going to come in, feint to make believe I'm coming. So there's a hesitation, stutter movement. Then from there, the extension will be the jab, maybe to the face or to the body. Okay? So I feint and extend. So that's the first move of learning to close the gap is your feinting. There's your feint right there. I just closed the gap. So my hand will be able to hit my target. From a 2 foot, my arms are not long enough. So, but if I feint and stop, I just closed, I just closed the gap almost a foot and a half to where I can actually shoot the jab. So let's work on that feint jab, okay? So I feint, jab. So notice the jab, at the end, I'm carving. Carving means with my wrist, I go to the opponent's and I turn at the last moment. It's called carving, at the last moment. Okay? That's what does the cutting of the face. Okay? It cuts. Now I can do the same thing. I can feint and turn my wrist horizontal to where it's level, and I can shoot it as a hook. Okay? So the wrist is actually carving. My shoulders are the hammers. So I hammer the chisel, and if I want to, I can go straight and carve straight, or I can carve upward, or I can carve sideways. So there's so many different ways I can carve with that hand. But closing the gap means stutter, shoot. So there's an extension going on. So altogether it looks like this. Stutter, shoot. Stutter, shoot. Stutter, shoot. So you notice the different directions. Once I stutter, it's about where my wrist wants to go. Straight, up, or round. So with that, just remember one thing. Closing the gap starts with your head, and then the body follows it, and then there's a stop within a foot, and then the extension is with your weapon of what you want to do with it. So, have fun with it.